I'm Ronnie Klassen and this is Straight Talk. Good evening, Sabah. I'm Ronnie Klassen and this is Straight Talk, a podcast developed by me to examine the candidates who are currently contesting in the 17 Sabah state elections. Momentum has actually been picking up tremendously over the last 3 days since nomination day on the 15th of November. So far, I have interviewed quite a number of the candidates, that are contesting. With me this evening is the Treasurer General of UPCO, who is also a Supreme Council member of the party, as well as the Division Chief for Kota Kinabalu. Welcome, Dennison.
Thank you, Ronnie, for having me.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, Dennis. All right. Okay. You are a first-time candidate in any of the elections.
That's
Am I
true.
right in saying that?
That's true.
All right. Now, basically, being a first-time candidate, you are contesting in the constituency of Tanjung Aru.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what does it feel like, basically, to contest in a constituency when you are faced with some big names in that constituency of Tanjung Aru?
Okay, thank you for the question. Thank you for having me again. I might be the first-time candidate in Tanjung Aru, but we've actually spent quite a few years running around here and there in Tanjung Aru, Sembulan, and Pulau Gaya. And over the years, we have got to know the community, local communities there. And we believe that we have engaged with them and do continue to engage with them. And even though there are big names that are contesting in this election, we are confident and we believe that we can be the better candidate to serve the constituents for the next 5 years.
All right. Now, you have currently the incumbent, Jun Swong, right, representing Party Warisan. And coincidentally, the other big name basically is the Member of Parliament of Kota Kinabalu, Chan Fong Hin. Right? How would you rate yourself against these two individuals?
Well, they are heavyweights. They have established their brand and people know their service. We have, I've been in politics for almost 20 years and we have been serving behind the scenes, but we have been present on the ground. So for the last few years, we have engaged with the local communities and got involved with a few NGOs with respects to education-wise. We brought some educational aids to a few schools in the constituency. And we are confident that the constituents, you see, nowadays, they look at the service and what you can provide with them. Okay. That's on the ground level.
All right.
And on the higher up level, they would choose a candidate that can bring their voice in this sense to Dewan Undangan, to create better policies, policies that can reach and they can feel and experience,
Okay, now, obviously, as far as Tanjung Aru is concerned, it basically lies in the vicinity of the parliamentary area of Kota Kinabalu as well as Putatan. All right, Tanjung Aru basically, although falls under Putatan, all right, but it's sandwiched between two very, very huge constituencies. Okay, now, in terms of development, in terms of, as you mentioned, education, in terms of the well-being, all right, of the voters in Tanjung Aru. All right, although it is sandwiched between two very huge constituencies. Okay, now, what do you see Tanjung Aru lacking, and what would you be able to do in the event you win the Tanjung Aru seat?
To be able to answer your question, I think I would need probably half an hour to properly answer your question.
But size it down in 2 minutes.
Okay. So the thing with Tanjung Aru is, it is adjacent to a city. But when you go down on the ground, you can see that they're quite lacking in terms of development. And when you talk about Tanjung Aru, you have to break it down to three major parts. One is Tanjung Aru, one is Sembulan, and one is Pulau Gaya. And each have their own unique needs. So when you talk about Tanjung Aru, we are talking about TAED and Tanjung Aru town itself. You know, I used to attend church in town. That was like 30 years ago.
Okay.
And today I can still vividly remember the buildings, just exactly like it was 30 years ago. So I believe that there are a lot of improvements that can be done there in terms of infrastructure and bringing in new businesses or traffic. Because why? We have an airport that serves about 3 million passengers a year.
Right.
And most of these passengers, when you talk about tourists, when we're tourists, we come and we have money to spend.
Does the airport come under Tanjung Aru as well?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So the funny thing is, we only have a trickle of these tourists that drop by and stop by in Tanjung Aru. And most of them just pass through and go on through ahead to places like Tuaran, Kota Belud.
Right.
So we want to capture this market potential. And we have been engaging with local agencies like Tanjung Aru Eco Development, and we know of their planning. So what we want to achieve here is, if we get the mandate, is we want to smoothen the process. We want to smoothen make it faster, you know. And when you come to Sembulan itself, we are talking about the issues whereby the local residents are grappling with this issue of the government has a responsibility to develop Sembulan, the greater KK area. Right? We are talking about the Sembulan Urban Renewal Scheme. But then there's a mismatch in expectations and also communication. So we aim to bridge the gap and to see the residents there are not against development, but they are against inequitable compensation, so to say. Also, we have Sembulan, Kampung Sembulan itself, which is over 100 years old. And we want to see this preserve, a portion of that land preserved as a heritage site. So it's a legacy by then, even though our town is expanding, but we should look into preserving this pocket, the original residents.
Are you suggesting that Tanjung Aru is, of course, lacking? All right. And
overall, it's lacking. Yeah. So when you talk about Pulau Gaya, so I have to be fair to Pulau Gaya itself, we have about around 16,000 residents on the island, and they're lacking basic amenities like there's no clinic on the island. But through engagement with local government agencies, Kementerian Kesihatan, we know that the clinic is proposed in Rancangan Malaysia ke-13. So what we aim to do is to facilitate, kasih laju sikit lah. Basic amenities such as a jetty, a proper jetty, you know. Today, if you want to go to Pulau Gaya, we go to the Pasar Besar. They call it the Pasar Ayam. Behind there is where you embark and disembark to Pulau Gaya proper, right?
Oh, okay.
Now, that jetty is not safe. We have instances this year where, because of lack of healthcare facilities on the island itself, we have instances whereby pregnant mothers, one pregnant mother this year, want to deliver, so she had to go to mainland. When she reached the jetty on the mainland, step out of the boat, slip, gave birth on the spot. Right? So this is a concern, safety concern, right? We also have another instance, an elderly guy needed medical assistance. Same area, step out of the boat. It was drizzling, I think. Slipped, passed away on the spot. So we need to develop these facilities to ensure that the safety of the residents, citizens, and especially school children, because some of them commute daily via boat, right, from the mainland to the school.
Okay. The current incumbent of Tanjung Aru,
Okay.
Jun Zwong.
Okay.
Okay. Now you've been quite elaborative, okay, in the what's lacking in Tanjung Aru and what you aspire to do for Tanjung Aru in the event you win the seat. Okay. Now Jun Zwong is a two-term assemblyman
Yes.
for Tanjung Aru
Yes.
under Parti Warisan.
Correct.
Would it be fair to say that he has done nothing?
I would say that we can show more in our first term itself.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay.
in a nutshell, you're saying that he has not done anything.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, lah. You know.
Okay. All right. Now let's come into something more serious, Dennis. Your party, APCO.
Okay.
Okay. Your president, basically, Dato' Iwan Benedict, all right, has served the federal government as a federal cabinet minister. Okay, and APCO has been with Pakatan Harapan all this while. Okay.
4 years.
Yes. All right. And I think that he had recently dropped a very huge bombshell. All right. By first resigning, all right, as a federal cabinet minister, and only lately, just before nomination, he has pulled APCO out of PH.
Okay.
All right. Now, in your mind, was that a smart move, or was that a move whereby you are more or less wanting to disorientate yourself from Pakatan Harapan?
I like your questions.
I'm waiting for your answer.
Okay. Well, APCO has always been a party that is guided by principles.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
And one of the core principles that is in our party's constitution is that we will fight for our rights under MA 63.
Okay.
Okay? What does that mean? That means that any APCO leader that gets elected and be given the mandate has a duty to uphold this fight
Okay.
for the people of Sabah.
But then you think most of the other parties basically are also they have jumped onto the bandwagon of protecting MA63?
Well, we welcome that, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, we as Sabahans, we want the best for Sabah, right?
Okay.
As envisaged by our founding fathers.
As long as they are local-based parties.
Well, as long as they respect, you know, it's all about dignity
Okay.
and respect. So one of our core principles is based on the fight for MA63, and we are guided by the Sabah First principle. What does Sabah First mean? Whatever decisions that is made with regards to Sabah region has to prioritize our interests first.
Okay.
Okay, so when it goes to Tanjung Aru, it will go down and trickle and relate to whatever decision, development and whatnot should put the importance of Tanjung Aru first. So when you talk about developments, right, you need to engage the local entrepreneurs. You may have mega projects, but the smaller ones, give it to the local contractors. We want to increase the work opportunity to work.
All right. Now, hypothetically, okay.
This is a difficult question.
Had APCO remained in Pakatan Harapan, okay, the number of seats in your mind, how many seats do you think APCO will be able to get, as compared to now that you have left Pakatan Harapan, APCO is now contesting in 25 constituencies.
25 constituencies. Well, I would answer this in another way.
Okay.
We have been voicing through our president as a full cabinet minister to give back our rights, 40% rights, since he was appointed as a cabinet minister in all the meetings that involve this.
Right.
Now, 17 October, if I got my date right, was the date that the High Court in Kota Kinabalu passed the judgment, the SLS suit, that the federal should comply. It is constitutional. So, if the federal government did not appeal, of which we know now they appeal lah.
Right.
APCO would have not left PH
Because the appeal basically is purely based on some of the judgment by the
but
court.
when you go past all these jargons, and of course I'm not a lawyer, but we get, you know, nasihat lah dari pakar undang-undang. Dia ni macam kau ada satu botol susu, kau titik satu nila di dalam. So that's what gonna happen with the whole court order, right?
Correct.
So I put an analogy. One of the reasons why APCO joined PH was that in PH manifesto is when they get the mandate and they get into power, of which they are the lead in Madani government, they will honor this 40% right immediately. And now after 3 years, we are still talking about appeals and negotiations. So I think Iwan brought this to deliberation with the Supreme Council, and it was unanimous that things didn't work out with PH. They did not honor what they promised. And of course, kalau macam kita kawin kan, sebelum kita kawin, kita runding ba ini? Tapi sudah kawin, itu orang tidak tunaikan apa yang kita runding. Sometimes there's no choice, you know.
But it's a good thing that you brought this up just now about SLS taking the federal government to court with regard to the 40% revenue entitlement. Okay. Now, if my memory serves me correct, Pakatan Harapan actually did take the federal government before to court.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, when it matters most, Pakatan pull out. Why?
There is a matter of perspective. So when the Pakatan Harapan YBs brought this matter to court, we were in the opposition. Right. We did not expect to be in government, but then we became government, and that YB Dato' Iwan was elected a full minister. So at the same time, SLS also brought a suit to the federal government, and we don't want to duplicate this suit. We withdraw and let the SLS suit. We support the SLS suit until the judgment lah. So on record, it is a fact. Iwan is one of the only full ministers from Sabah that ever resigned from his cushy post, comfortable post, to send a clear message to Putrajaya.
Very magnanimous move actually by Dato' Iwan.
And I would like to add to that. And up to today, APCO is one of the only Sabahan-based parties that ever brought a suit to the federal government. That is a fact, you know.
Okay. You, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Dennis, you were actually born in Sandakan.
Correct.
You are now standing in Tanjung Aru.
Okay.
Do you have any kind of resistance from the voters in Tanjung Aru that you are not a local boy from Tanjung Aru?
Well, you know, I used to go to church there, as I said before.
Stella Maris?
Not Stella Maris, Calvary Charismatic, the old Power Gam lah.
Oh, right.
So I was every Sunday I was there. I have an affinity for Tanjung Aru.
Okay.
You know, I believe you used to date at the beach as well.
Right, those days.
So I believe as a leader, you don't have to necessarily go and contest at the place that you originate from, because leadership is not about, it's about serving the people, you know, and we need to serve the people irrespective of their race, beliefs.
Okay, one last question, Dennis.
Okay.
All right, this is basically just a yes or no answer.
Alamak.
Okay.
Jangan terlalu susah lah.
Do you think you can win Tanjung Aru? Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. Thank you very much for being with me, Dennis.
Thank you.
Okay, that was Dennis. Basically, he is the candidate for Tanjung Aru under the flagship of APCO. All right. We wish him all the best in his endeavor in Tanjung Aru, and hopefully, as what he has been elaborating a while ago, that he may be able to make a difference, all right, in the event he is given the mandate to represent the voters as well as the people of Tanjung Aru at the Dewan Undangan Negeri. This is Ronnie Klassen signing off till I see you again. Goodbye.